And wow, it's such an interesting thing. Something that actually surprised me. As things gone so bad like that in this country, what is this country actually turning to? People no longer have that feeling for one another. Is it because it's all of the hardship, or everything has just changed and changed our reasoning and our way of thinking? No milk of human kindness anymore. Was actually out today to keep an appointment with someone, and it turned out that somehow we missed each other, and it ended up exposing me to the sun. And something really strange, not really too strange, something like a sunstroke happened. And I was like, so I needed help. Maybe you needed to just sit down somewhere and rest. That was all. And then maybe get some water. But surprisingly, everybody were so aggressive. Even the boss that tried to, relax in the seat were almost dragging me out. That you leave the place. And everyone were so, antagonistic. I began to wonder, was it that it was the wrong audience that were there at that time? Because in every community, we have the good ones and we have the bad ones as well. Was it just an unlucky hour, or things has turned out to be so bad that no one cares what happens to you? Their life means nothing to anybody now, as judging by that event that happened today. I was wondering that, as things got so bad, it wasn't so this bad before. If you needed help, maybe you are fainting in the past, people rally around you, try to help you. Some people may try to give you water, some try to assist you, whether you needed medical assistance or whatever. My dear, this was far from this experience. It's necessary for me to share it. Not a pleasant one, but we can't always be hearing the pleasant stories. There are ugly ones. This one was a good one because I'm hale and hearty, and it actually happened today. So it wasn't something that one would say is really bad, but it really kept me thinking that, is that how the world or the country is today? If you're in need of help, you're in distress situation, people don't show you love, people don't come to help you. When you are in need of help, everybody tend to push you even to that end where you don't want to be. My dear, may God have mercy on us. It was really, really surprising. But the other aspect of it that I need to talk, which has to do with our health, is the aspect of the sun. We often go out, some of us, like myself, I don't find it so interesting, but I now understood later today, why chickens, dogs, other animals seem to be running away into the shade when the sun is high. I said, okay, no wonder. It has so much power. If you are exposed in the sun and you're walking like I did today, you could just become, weak, as a sudden weakness as a result of such exposure. And we need to be careful, especially if you are approaching your 50s or 60s. Water is always helpful, but it's something as much as possible we should stay away from. Exposure to the sun. It happened to me. I was so helpless today. And a good Samaritan actually came later, a woman who said, help this woman now. Help her. She needs help. So she had to call someone, a water hawker, to bring water, cold water. And she said I should take it. I began to take it and drank it. I was still really, really very weak. Water is powerful, my dear. No wonder it was the first thing that existed in this world before other creations. The Bible says the earth was moving upon, darkness was moving upon the waters. And it was just water all over the place. Before God said, let there be light. And there was light. Began to create things. Water is so important and so powerful. And so after taking the water, few minutes later, like about 15 minutes, things begin to fix up there, right there inside the bus. Because the bus owner almost wanted to drag me out, if not for the intervention of that woman. Wanted to drag me out. Someone that is in distress. That is the situation we are now. Drag you out of that empty bus to go, whatever wants to happen to you, let it happen. It was really, really not a sweet experience on one side, but a good one on the other side, because here I am talking hale and hearty, and they're feeling very good again. But we have a lesson. We shouldn't expose ourselves to the sun. It has power to cause us sudden weakness, like it was happened. I mean, extremely weak. I wasn't really feeling dizzy, because I've heard people who said they were feeling dizzy, but I know in some cases also dizziness also can come with it, but it wasn't a case of dizziness, but just total loss of energy and strength. And eventually I was able to get my energy a little and was transferred to another. I asked the driver to get me a cab and that I will pay for it. It was then they began to look, maybe this woman may not be someone we are thinking she was. They have so much that status symbol that they just feel maybe because you're looking so simple, they could just throw you out of the bus to go and perish. I said, get me a cab, I'll pay for it. And he got one, and I moved in. I was able to stand up and moved in. I said, move, I'll pay you. I will pay your bill. So it was then, one of them carried my bag and was just following me to the car. When the driver called, another cab said, you should wait. There's someone that wants to take you. I said, okay, take me to so place, and I'll give you, I'll pay your bill. And so that was it. And I moved. And before we got to that destination, I've regained my strength. I was feeling good again. I'd taken water. Water is strong, water is powerful, and I was, bubbling again. And so when next the sun is high, one message on one side: watch out before you move out, because I was feeling good before I left my house, but suddenly everything changed. And on one side of this story is the way the depravity, the situation of the country today. Is it hardship, or I was in the wrong audience? You think about it and drop your comments. I don't know. Sometimes you could be in the wrong place. There are still good people. There are still bad people. So in this case, most of them were just aggressive. Maybe because of the situation in the country. I don't know. But whichever, always be good, because somehow it will come back to you. Click the subscribe button if you love this message, and keep staying healthy naturally. See you again.